what an historic blizzard and a sore back can teach us about life and achieving our goals. Hey everybody, it's EdTheTrainer, and we'll talk lessons learned in the aftermath of 2016's Snowzilla, as it's been nicknamed, coming up next on this week's Tips on Tuesday. "36 hours and 34 inches of snow. Those are the official final numbers from my hometown after the history-making nor'easter named Winter Storm Jonas that much of the East Coast had to deal with over the weekend. And believe it or not, we actually chose to feel fortunate because it could have been much, much worse. Particularly if that snow had been wetter and heavier and caused a lot more by way of power outage. In our case, we had heat, we had chili, we had cream of crab soup, and we had football. In fact, the challenges for our weekend came with the planning of clearing the snow and trying to stay ahead of the storm little bits at a time so as not to be stuck with an enormous job when the snow finally did wind down along with those winds. After 8 hours of constant shoveling on Friday night, it still ended with an inch of snow coating after midnight, when snowfall rates then began to approach about 3 inches an hour. You know that kind of snow? The one that you immediately turn around after shoveling and there's another inch sticking right behind you. The kind that even if you were to keep up working all night, the pace of the storm would gradually then overtake the pace of your work. And if you'd hunkered down, as was recommended by the news people, waiting out the heaviest downpours overall, you obviously then risk overwhelming accumulations when conditions finally improve. Frankly, there was no way to win this battle immediately. This was a long-haul action plan, the kind actually that would involve some big guns to be called in. You know, in our everyday lives, many of us often are unwilling to recognize and prepare for similar scenarios. Often, if the task seems insurmountable, it's just easier to deem it impossible and walk away rather than to hack at it piece by piece until it goes away. Sometimes a mountainous task requires some stress and some strain. Accept the fact that you'll need to be committed for a while to knock it out. Have an idea of exactly what you're trying to accomplish and put your head down and do the work. Eventually, you'll see some progress, which will then motivate you to achieve more. And even if it doesn't go exactly as you've planned, moving forward is a plus still. And a slight change of course at that point is much easier with a little bit of momentum built in. As they say, success only comes before work in the dictionary. Now, let's bring back the question of the week. What's at the top of your must-have list, food or otherwise, when it's time to batten down the hatches in preparation for a storm? Leave your answers in the comments section below and we'll choose a random winner for a special surprise. Thanks very much for spending a couple of minutes with me today, everybody. I really, really appreciate your time. I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you soon.